to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Leaves it with the back. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories
He's going to let it go. A full dive to haul that one in. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Hands it off. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They'll give it to him again. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long...
Touchdown, Boise State! What a grab and go for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise in the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Out of bounds at the 34, a productive job by the return team. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He wants to pass it on second down. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him. Enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Offense gets set for second down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The give to the tailback. And the Broncos will keep this drive going.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'll try the run. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Stout. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right. Hashing in, which shouldn't be too bad from this distance. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting.
Trying to get behind the defense. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Gator! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job of making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on
big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Broncos get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little. Going up top. Makes the grab on the right. Hit the gas. Kid wide open ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll run it. It's Ginn. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
This offense has a second down play. Leaves it with the back. The Gators get enough to move the chains. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Got his man quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 4th down, going to the air. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, you take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gator. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity create some momentum, cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Unleashes one deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Broncos!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit this type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And it'll be down right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The official says no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Gonna run it. It's Ginn. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Broncos From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Along that offensive line, that'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The give to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Gators want to move quickly. Complete on third down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Using his legs again. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. On target. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Broncos line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
1st down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Quick completion to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll let it fly. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The give to the back. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1.
Now, 4th down.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Marshall. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on second and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. Florida, 31. NC State, 21.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. He's looking to throw. Got a man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
A great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short in your in-field goal range. What do you do here?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Follows a good block there, picks up threes out to the 9. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Quick release on the RPO. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They're going to test the right side with this one. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quarterback checking the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Gets it out fast. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how...
Hit the afterburners, kid! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, I I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's thrown another interception. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
2nd down coming up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Boise State ready to send out that offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard.
second down. Right down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
He gets a block. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on